We all strive to be better men. We hustle to live better lives and we put a lot of effort in pretending to be charming, successful, happy or content. We dream of being listened to, we envision ourselves as great leaders in our small circles and sometimes even beyond, and we imagine ourselves as being able to greatly influence others, while at the same time, we crave to be guided by the great men of our times. Remember, friend, that on your journey through life you will meet many people that will have an impact on you. Some of this impact will be positive, some of it negative, and you will have to face some questions that should sparkle intrigue in your eyes. Are you able to recognize the people that impact you in a bad way? How often are you thinking about the good and bad influences in your life? And most importantly, can you dive one level deeper and recognize the power your own personal influence has on you and others? To start answering such questions, it is important to first have a glimpse at your own behavior, because the only way you will understand the impact others have on you is to understand the impact that you have on yourself. On your quest of becoming a better man, the one powerful element that you cannot evade is the one you think the least: your personal influence. This silent force that most of the times you forget it exists, this subtle diffusion of your personality, the effects of your words and actions, the small elements that you never consider, is tremendous. We all have such a force within us and we cannot escape it, but it will be up to you to decide if you are going to use your silent and unseen influence for good or for evil. Simply put, your personal influence is like a constant radiation of what you really are, not what you pretend to be. Every second of the day, by simply living, you transmit constantly sympathy or sorrow or hope or cynicism or any of hundreds of other qualities. The people who are in your presence can feel calm and rested and restored in a fraction of a moment by embracing your joy and optimism. Or, without knowing why, they can lose their composure and get buried deep into life's disturbed problems, thanks to your lurking distrust and pessimistic demeanor. Just like your inner compass can affect you and everyone around you, the same principles apply to the rest of the people that you will engage with. Learn, friend, to observe these behaviors in you as well as in others, so that you don't end up being pulled in the wrong environments for longer than necessary. There are men and women who act cold, reserved and unapproachable, and in their presence you involuntarily feel their chilliness down your spine as well as the weight of their depressing attitude. But there are also others that are helpful, open and warm, who follow such a path in life regardless of the coldness of their peers. You will notice their presence through the joyous warmth and openness that you will be drawn to. On your journey you will also meet people who are insincere at heart, men and women that have a remarkable interest in your well-being only when they need you. The ones who put on a smile when it serves their purpose, a smile that is so fake that it seems it must be triggered by an electric shock. Their simulated sincerity in their voice seems almost natural at times, but they never play their part absolutely true. Pay attention, friend, to the ones treating you too good, because if they are fake, their mask will slip off every now and then. Their manipulative strengths and cleverness cannot teach their eyes the look of outstanding honesty, and although they may deceive some people, they cannot deceive all. Just like all people that you will encounter in life will influence you in some way, you will also have an impact on everyone that crosses your path. Understand, friend, that you cannot escape, not even for a brief moment, from the radiation of your character, from this constantly weakening and strengthening of yourself and others through the power of your personal influence. And you cannot evade the responsibility that you have for your personal influence by saying it is an unconscious element that you cannot control. You always have the choice to select the qualities that you will permit to share with the world. You can cultivate calmness, trust, generosity, truth, loyalty, and make these traits permanently active in your character, and by doing this, you will constantly affect the world with them. You as a man have duties to others and to yourself. In justice to yourself, you should refuse to live in a state that keeps you from being your best. If you find yourself drowning and if the fault is on you, do your best to master it. If the fault falls on the influence of others, if other people suck the life out of you, killing your best impulses and qualities, remove yourself from their influence. And if the choice to give them up is not possible, then have the courage to stand strong for the elements that represent you. Get comfortable with the idea of constant tension and disagreement, and never give up an inch of what you truly value. Practice what you believe, friend, in all circumstances, and understand that the power of example will always be superior to any theory that you might share with anyone. It is useless to talk about gentleness when you are always irritable. It is pointless to lecture about trust and loyalty when you are easily convinced to change course with every circumstance. To make your influence felt, you must live by it every day. If you dream of a better world around you, start acting in that way and be amazed by the changes that you can produce. Be the man that keeps his word and fulfills his promises, every time, all the time. Be the man that values trust and loyalty, not just on paper, but through his actions. Remember, friend, that no man can isolate himself to evade the constant power of influence, and no one is so insignificant as to be without influence. Every change in your behavior, every variation in your mood is recorded in the delicate sensors of the lives of others. This means that the only options that you will ever have are to impact yourself and the people around you in a positive way or in a negative way, with no other option in between. I dare you to choose the right filter for your personal influence in the world, and I dare you to not be merely a man that drifts along wherever he is pulled. Rather choose to be an inspiration. Act and behave as the man whose mere presence creates a fortress of strength that feeds the hungering human souls around him. On your journey through life, will you choose to be a beacon of faith, honor and truth for the small world around you, or will you crumble under the influence of the dishonest manipulators that will pull you onto the wrong paths? Your choice will impact not only you,